Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about having a Capricorn Sun and Cancer Moon in a natal chart. Now, I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm talking about is people that have that Sun Moon combination in their natal chart, a Capricorn Sun and Cancer Moon in their natal chart. First off, the basic character, which is the Sun, in this case, the Sun being in Capricorn, can be very disciplined, structured, responsible, consistent, pragmatic, ambitious, but yet it can be pessimistic and negative. Now, when you look at on the unconscious side, which is the moon, in this case, the moon being in Cancer, can be very nurturing, sympathetic, protective, tenacious, dedicated, devoted, and sensitive. Now, um, this person may bring that Capricorn ambition into something Cancer related. It could be doing something as a home caregiver, real estate, plumbing, laundry. It could be home remodeling or renovation. Now, the sun in astrology reflects our basic wants, and the Capricorn sun wants to attain success. And the thing about the moon is about our emotional needs, and the Cancer moon, needs nostalgia, history, um, family. We all need, I would say, pretty much all of us need family, but Cancer moon more so than most people. And also safety, security, and the home. And again, going the same thing as I said about the family pertains to the home for the Cancer moon. It's the fact that I understand all of us need some kind of home base, but a Cancer moon may be more enamored with that than most people. Um, Now, the true self, which is the sun, in this case, the sun being in Capricorn, can be premeditative, serious, yet can be melancholy as well. And the inner self, which is the moon, in this case, the moon being in Cancer, can be caring, emotional, protective, sensitive, and introverted. And the sun is connected with our drive and motivation. And this person may be driven and motivated, which is the sun, to improve on their social status and stature in life, which is Capricorn. And the thing about this is the fact that the moon is in Cancer. The person may do so with, it might be out of the home, could be through a home business, could be with much dedication and and tenacity as well. And the thing about this too is that this could be more adverse. This is an opposition aspect. An opposition aspect of astrology is 180 degrees. I use a 10-degree orb with at least one personal planet is involved. In this case, you have two personal planets that are involved. So as an example, let's say the Capricorn moon is at 17 degrees and the Capricorn sun is at 17 degrees and the Cancer moon is at 12 degrees. That would form an opposition aspect. And you would have, you're talking about like a perpetual tug of war between the energies. The Capricorn, you could have, and you could also have, a more negative blending, unfortunately, with the energies if it's an opposition aspect. Capricorn sun can be overly despondent, and then you have a Cancerian moon, which might be lamenting, over past hurts, more so than most people, and it's obviously not a good combination, when that if that it works out that way. But but the thing about this is, the actions in astrology, are connected with the sun. The moon is the reactions and responses. Now, with the sun being in Capricorn, the actions can be very, premeditative, a lot of concentration, and being very, serious on what's being, what needs to be acted on. Now, the Cancerian moon, the moon again is about our reactions and responses, and having a Cancer moon, a person may They'll respond with a lot of sensitivity, and there may be a need to rescue. Sometimes it can be defensive reactions and responses to things. Now, another thing is that the sun in astrology is connected with the biological father. And with Capricorn sun, the biological father may actually be a Capricorn sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those characteristics. And the moon in astrology represents the mother. So with a Cancer moon, the person's mother may actually be a Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those traits. And it's also about the perception of these people. Having a Capricorn sun, the person may perceive the biological father as somebody that's ambitious, career-oriented, consistent, responsible, disciplined, and structured, but may also see the biological father as someone that's cold, callous, undemonstrative, worried about themselves more than others, person that's overly conventional and orthodox, somebody that might be, very negative and pessimistic. And then with the Cancer moon, the person may perceive their mother as someone that's nurturing, caring, sympathetic, dedicated, tenacious, devoted, and protective, but may also perceive the mother as somebody that might be overly clingy, someone that might be brooding constantly over past hurts, overly sensitive to criticism and ridicule, and being very temperamental as well. So that's some of the ways that this may manifest and pan out. Now you're talking again, like most sun-moon combinations, there's a strong disparity in the energy between the two, and this case is certainly no exception. You have these are opposite by sign, and the energy can be adversarial, and it's like the Capricorn sun, the sun is our, the basic fundamental character. And having a Capricorn sun, it could be the person, as far as their basic character goes, could be very disciplined and structured, and being able, to stay, calm, and being, level-headed and rational. But then we have the Cancer moon on an unconscious level. The person, that's just the opposite. The person may be, very sensitive, emotional, temperamental. Capricorn sun is more consistent. The Cancerian moon, not even being cognizant of these qualities, since the moon is the unconscious, and the person may be more fickle, changeable and temperamental, and more home-oriented, where the Capricorn sun, where the basic wants are connected more with the career. But it doesn't mean that this energy can't work in a positive manner together. This could be somebody that could be, can flourish in some kind of home business, because the Capricorn, Capricorn is about business, the career and ambition. And, Cancer is the zodiac sign associated with the home. And this is, so there, just because, you have, energies that are not, when you have signs that are not compatible, it doesn't mean, that they can't integrate to have certain, positivity somehow there, where it can't be auspicious to some degree, even though, by sign it's adverse. And in many cases, as I stated before, somebody with a Capricorn sun and Cancer moon, many instances there will be an opposition aspect between those two energies. And can keep in mind too that in this case you have the sun and the moon both in cardinal signs, so the person may be very action oriented and wanting to get hurry to initiate and start things. But keep in mind too that you also got to look at modifying influences and contraindicators in the natal chart. And somebody say has the Capricorn sun and Cancer moon, but a Taurus ascendant, might not be quite in a hurry to start things compared to the the average person that has the Capricorn sun and Cancer moon combination in their natal chart. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.